Hello, everyone, and I'm Christina Giordano, the founder of Sold, your go-to resource for soulful entrepreneurship. And my philosophy is this: people can no longer be sold to, they must be sold to. This is selling with soul. This is marketing with integrity, where you no longer need to compromise your authenticity, your boundaries, your uniqueness, your wholeness. This is messaging in a way that actually reflects the transformation you provide because it's your story, your transformation, and nobody can compete with that. This is monetizing yourself in a way that honors your fullness, all of the pieces and parts of you that are meant to be divinely resourced. Join me every Wednesday to learn all of this and more. Let's jump right in. This episode is called Three Collective Shifts Happening Regarding Manifestation and How the L.I.F.E Method Helps. Now, today I want to talk about the L.I.F E method as it relates to your desired reality. And in the past, I've talked about the L.I.F E method from a marketing perspective. And yes, I still talk about marketing. It's part of the Sold brand, but there's actually, as you know, in the intro, three parts to the Sold brand that make it sold. And those are messaging, marketing, and monetization. And this season of Sold is all about monetization. This is where we become, as I also said in the intro, divinely resourced. And this is something that I've also been pulled to really focus on within myself lately. It's this pull to live within a desired reality that I can't really see yet. And if you follow me on social media, particularly my personal Instagram page with it, which is at the Christina Geo, you'll know that things have been a little crunchy lately. And it's not that anything is particularly challenging at the moment. I mean, yes, there are dates and deadlines on the horizon that feel like they are looming and they are personal to me and important to me and they matter. So there is that, I guess, but nothing challenging is actually happening to me. It's more or less the uncertainty that's around me. Again, it's like that pool where I feel like I'm in a new reality, but it's not actually falling into place yet. And so, what does this mean? Let's talk about this kind of like desired reality. I think collectively, multiple things are happening right now. There are lots of collective shifts at the moment. And I want to talk about those three big ones. So, the first is that we are moving away from duty and towards desire. I'm going to elaborate on each of these. I just kind of want to list them out right now, and then I'll elaborate as we go. So the first is that we are moving from duty towards desire. The second is that we are shedding a lot of BS, like a lot. And the third is that we are being asked to manifest more consciously. Um, let's go through all of these because they are all big themes and topics. And I don't want to understate the value of any of them because they all kind of feed each other and are related to each other. So let's talk about the first one. We are moving away from duty and towards desire. So this means that we are essentially recalibrating what is aligned for us and what is not. So the shoulds, the to-dos, the tasks, and the things, and the people and the situations that are pulling our energy are being put on pause. We're reconsidering them because we notice a difference. We notice who we are and what we become when we're doing something out of duty versus when we're doing something out of desire. There's a clear difference between the person we are in duty and the person we are in desire. And for many of us, because we're waking up to this, we are choosing desire. And some of these duties, may not be so obvious. And I'm going to give some examples of what I'm dealing with right now as this relates to this. For me, I've been trying to question myself in what feels like a duty or what takes me out of alignment or what makes me feel like I'm leaking my energy, even just a little bit. And I do want to say, you can get to a point where you know that your energy is leaking. Like this is something that I've had to work on within myself over the last several years, but it's something that I've gotten really good at. And it's because I have really fortified and contained my vessel, that is me, to a level where I have patched up a lot of those leaks. And if you listen to last week's episode, you know what I'm talking about. Where I've patched up the leaks and then like I have been able to bring myself to a state of overflow that has really been um the key for me in figuring out what is right for me and what is not. So here's an example of how this is playing out for me. I like to function at a level 10 all day, every day. It's how I feel the most aligned. And I actually need to because I'm a single mom of two young and active boys. And so I need my natural energy to be like moving and grooving all the time. When I drink too much caffeine or when I have more than like two alcoholic drinks when I'm out socially, it affects me. It affects my sleep more than anything. And I require sleep so that I don't have to rely on more caffeine. So, this is actually something that is a result of a duty over desire. Socially, I go out and feel somewhat obligated to have a few drinks. And it's not necessarily obligation out of like, oh, my friends are drinking, so I will drink too. It's more of like I kind of like I want to. I like to have a drink or two. And so that kind of feels like a duty when I'm going out to do that, even though it feels good. But the duty is that there's like some sort of obligation there, like duty and obligation are one of the same coin. So because there's like that obligation, it feels like a duty. And so I'm not necessarily acting towards desire there. Or with caffeine, I will grab a Celsius so that I can have more energy for my actual duties like chores and mom life. So, what do I need to do here? What is the solution for me? I need to set a boundary for both. I need to maybe have one drink max when I'm out, because honestly, I do like to have a drink here and there, like I just said. And I perhaps limit my caffeine to one cup of coffee in the morning and one in the afternoon if necessary. And also, like, I can't buy Celsius anymore because that stuff, I swear to God, it's addictive. Um, but I wouldn't have noticed this if I hadn't asked myself, what is happening in my reality that is totally not aligned with my vision for myself? And this is really where the life method helps too. What is the desired lifestyle, identity, feelings, and expression? I realized that I wanted a lifestyle that is energized. I wanted to be someone who has a natural source of energy within her. I want to feel energized and be able to express myself energetically. So that's the first one. Let's talk about the second collective shift that we are shedding a lot of BS because let's be honest, we are shedding a lot of bullshit. And I don't know if I can actually swear on YouTube, and I'm apologies if I can't. But we are in a 9 year, 2025. Nine represents completion from a numerology standpoint. We are in the year of a snake. I think that it's like a specific snake, like a wood snake, I think it is. So again, think like shedding. We're shedding just like this of like the stuff, the fluff crap that just does not serve us. And the astrology of this year is pretty insane. We have major planets like Saturn and Neptune moving through, and by major, I mean like they affect the collective more than they do us on a personal level. And so people can feel that, like the masses can feel this shift, and they're slow moving planets. So they stay within specific signs for a fairly long time. And so they are essentially moving through the birth canal, which is from Pisces into Aries. And actually, now that I think about it, many personal planets are kind of moving through the birth canal, like Venus and Mercury. They just did that. And the birth canal is essentially the move from Pisces into Aries. They're going from the last zodiac to the first zodiac, which is Aries. And so they call that the birth canal in astrology. And so that's an interesting thing of like, talk about a shed of the death to rebirth. I mean, that's pretty symbolic. But here's the thing, my definition of manifesting as it relates to kind of shedding and releasing and letting go and da da da, it doesn't require becoming. It actually is more of like an unbecoming, a reverse becoming, where instead of trying to be your best self and fix yourself and heal yourself and be a pure vessel and like, I don't want I don't want people listening or watching to this to think that I'm talking about shedding the BS as it relates to becoming a perfectly pure vessel. That's actually like not what I'm saying at all. Like We are here to be human. Okay. We are on planet Earth to be human. We're not here to be like angelic and like ascend into the heavens. And we're actually like bridges most of the time. We can bridge heaven and earth. And, um, but we are most alive when we are relishing in human experiences, which is like why I like to have a drink every once in a while, or like why I like to indulge in a little Celsius here and there. um, but again, you kind of unlearn and unravel and shake off everything that was not you when you are in this shed. Because I believe at our core that we are all love. We are all at our core perfect. We are all at our core capable of manifesting whatever it is that we desire. But because we've gotten so far in our heads about manifesting, that we are now efforting and manifesting now. And it is essentially supposed to be, at least in my opinion, an effortless process. I mean, it has to be. Otherwise, we're attaching to an outcome. There is no surrender. There is no release. There is no anything is falling into place because we're trying to like make it happen. Because manifestation isn't really done in the mind, it's really it can be something much simpler than that. It can be done in our very being when we are lighter, we are freer, we are more integrated, more released, more surrendered, fully and deeply. And therefore, because of that, we naturally vibrate higher. We have more passion. We move like our soul depends on it and finally feel fully aligned with life. So if you're becoming anything, you're becoming more of what you already are. So this is basically you're shedding the BS. You're getting to the truth of it, to the heart of it, to the essence that is you. And the life method can actually help pull this out of you by defining and deciding on your desires. So let's talk about that third collective shift that we are being asked to manifest more consciously. I actually didn't really know how to explain this shift because while I do believe in manifestation and I freaking love it, I feel like it's very easy to become prey to the manifestation matrix. So, what do I mean by this? I'm talking about setting 5 different alarms on your phone so that you get a notification that you sold something so that you can trick yourself into believing that you're making money. I'm talking about pouring cinnamon in your hand and blowing it through the front door of your home so that you can bring in more abundance or whatever it is you're supposed to do there. Um, excuse me, I'm talking about all of the different and hundreds of crystals and things that you're being asked to buy so that you can make something manifest in your life. Like, okay, so listen, I love crystals. I don't have a lot, but I do love it when people work with them while they are doing energy work on me. There's definitely something to be said about crystals, but crystals aren't necessarily going to build my business themselves. And what I'm saying is, it's possible to put a lot of pressure on yourself to do these sorts of things and exert a lot of time and effort and money into them and wonder where your manifestation is when your wish doesn't come true. And in my opinion, it's possible to actually do the energetic and the practical work that's required to truly manifest. So I've talked about the membership briefly previously, but the membership that features the money methods is about to be released. And I'd love for you to jump on the wait list so that you can learn more about it. Once you jump on the wait list, you do get an initial email that just kind of like gives you like a taste of what it will be like. But as I start to release it, I'm going to be starting to release more information about it, what it entails, what it's like, what the expectations are, what the outcome essentially would be. But it is, I mean, these money methods were channeled in 2022 after I channeled the marketing methods. And for me, I can honestly say they have completely changed my life in the most amazing ways. Now, here's one thing you can start working on all of this from a grounded approach. Because if there's one thing that I want you to always take away from me is that I love taking a soulful approach to everything that I do, marketing, manifestation, and all of it. I love taking a soulful approach, but I like to keep it grounded. I like to keep it grounded because that's how it lands. So talk about manifestation. You got to land it. You got to help it land. So that's how we take a grounded approach. So I want you to think about, and let's do this exercise actually. Think about an affirmation related to what you'd like to manifest. Say you want to manifest more money in your business so that you can fully support yourself. So maybe the affirmation would be, I feel so safe and good supporting myself. That's simple. I'm sure you can think of a better one. But feel that, like really feel it. And then I want you to ask yourself, what's the support I need in place to feel safe supporting myself? So maybe it's systems, maybe it's a specific routine, maybe it's like a back end thing that you need to set up. I was talking with one of my clients recently, and we realized like she needs to like automate the back end a bit so that by the time her business explodes, it actually can, because she can hold it. So ask yourself, what is the practical approach to the energetic intention? That's what you want to ask yourself over and over. I mean, literally with any manifestation, that's what you want to ask yourself. And you can even work with the L.I.F.E method to help you figure this out. So, like, what would be my lifestyle, identity, feelings, and expression? What would I be thinking, doing, and creating if this was all happening? If my desired reality was here, if it was right here, right now, what would I be? Who would I be? How would I be living? And here's something else I want you to think about. What if we reverse engineer what an outcome is? So, stay with me for a second. What if you get to decide on the outcome by being in the energy of the desired outcome, AKA literally what the L.I.F.E method does? So that outcomes your desire. What would it feel like to have it now? What would I be if I had that now? What would I do if I had that now? So here are some of my answers for where I am in my life. If I had the reality that I desire right now, I would have full trust and belief in my soul's truth, in the bigger vision, in the divine plan. I would have faith in the divine leading me and providing me with the souls who need me and my work. I would have absolutely no doubts or fears about my path or my journey. I would simply be in the energy of so much gratitude for finally having my dreams come true. I would be overflowing with love for myself and love for the divine, my life, my truth. I would move like honey, slowly and easily and intentionally through my days, taking it all in and basking in what I've co created with the divine. And I would be more in my feminine, that goddess essence, fully surrendered to the knowing that I've got this and that God's got me. So you may be wondering, Christina, what on earth does this have to do with sold? Well, as you know, sold involves those three areas: your messaging, your marketing, and your monetization. The methods that I've highlighted today, the money methods called the debt method and the credit method, which I mentioned were also channeled a few years ago. Those money methods are going to be launching soon in this membership. And the money methods are going to appear in the membership as an ebook, most likely. I'm thinking it's going to be an ebook. It might eventually be a program, but we're going to start it off as an ebook. And the membership is essentially a community and space where you get to grow your business in a way that nurtures your soul and activates your capacity to be divinely resourced. So every month includes 2 live calls with me, 1 live call with a guest expert for regular nervous system, subconscious work, embodiment support, and weekly practice focuses where I feature either new practices that I just picked up or perhaps practices from the money methods itself, or I share an activation that you can use for inspiration. So it's really a space where you unravel and unlearn all of the outdated and broken beliefs and ways of being and thinking that have held you in a certain mode. And then once you do that, you consciously fill yourself up with love and support and guidance so that you are always overflowing. The goal for this membership is to essentially patch up the leaks in your vessel and get you to the point of overflow within yourself so that you can be divinely resourced. So if this is singing to you, head to the Get Guidance page of my website to jump on the wait list to learn more about the membership. It will be here in a couple of weeks, and I'm so excited. Until next time, be well and take care.